Dear friends, I'm Alok Misha. Welcome you all to the Dubai study. I'll be going to teach you one of the important concept of your quadratic equation. And in this, I will teach you about the nature of roots of the quadratic equation. You know that the quadratic equation is like ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. This will be your quadratic equation where your a cannot be equals to 0. That means a should not be equals to 0 for a quadratic equation. Okay, here I'll be discussing your nature of roots of the quadratic equation. So for getting the nature of the roots, first of all we go on to find out its discriminant. But its discriminant, that is represented by b, and this is equals to a root under b square minus 4ac. That means whatever be your quadratic equation, you just want to find out these values like the coefficient of x square, that is called the a, coefficient of x, that is called the b, and the constant term, that is called the c. So just get the values of a, b, c from the given equation. As for example, I'm just taking a small example for you, like the equation is given to you as 2x square plus 3x minus 5 equals to 0. So here the value of a is equals to 2, the value of b is equals to 3. Similarly, the value of c is equals to minus 5. Okay, this is b and this one is your c. So whenever required, you just put the values of a, b, c from the given equation. Okay. So the discriminant, for finding the discriminant, we can have three possibilities. The first possibility is that I'm just representing it as a case 1. The case 1 might be that discriminant can be discriminant greater than 0. Okay. Case 2, for case 2, it might be that your discriminant is equals to 0. And the case 3 is that your discriminant less than 0. Now, let's go on to discuss about all these three situations. So for the first situation where you have the discriminant greater than 0, for this you will be getting a real roots. That means roots will be real. Roots will be a real. Okay. In this situation, second case where you have the d as equals to 0, that means if you are getting the value of d as equals to 0, in this situation also you will be having roots as a real, will be a real as well as equal, that means you know that in quadratic equation we can have two roots. Whenever we solve the equation, we get two solution or the two roots of that equation, and those two roots are equal in the case when d is equals to 0. The next case arises is that if d is less than 0, that means if d is less than 0, in that situation roots will be imaginary. Roots will be imaginary. Roots will be imaginary. That means for imaginary roots, we go on to a study in your grade 11. Okay, up to grade 10, whenever we are getting d less than 0, we say that this equation cannot be solved. Okay, equation cannot be solved. But this is true only up to your grade 10. I'm just mentioning here. This is true up to your grade 10. Okay, when we go on to grade 11, then we go on to solve these imaginary roots as well. Okay, and here at that phase we learn about the imaginary roots as well as the real roots. Okay, so that's all about this session. So back again with your next session in which we will discuss yet another key concept of your mathematics. Thank you to all of you. See you back very soon.